this is not a reason for you to start going up and down, to start fornicating and start sleeping around with any woman, any man rather, because you don't want to develop fibroid. No, it should not be reason enough. But it's a reason. Early this week, a sister came to my DM to ask if there is actually a limit for women's virginity. And also she asked that, does late sex cause fibroids? Of course, I knew that the question was coming from somewhere, so I needed to ask. And she referred me to a post, so I went through the post. I realized that a particular woman was sharing her experience of how she lost her pregnancies to fibroids. Of course, she said some other things. I believe that some persons would have understood something entirely different. And of course, this is why I'm doing this video, just to make you understand some things. And in case you have a wrong mindset concerning this thing, you really need to understand better. And I remain your amazing friend because I care so much your well-being, happiness. So as I was saying, it has not been scientifically proven that late sex causes fibroids, and at the same time medically there's no cause for fibroid, but actually we have risk factors that can be responsible for fibroids. Let me say that again. Medically there's no cause for fibroid, but we have risk factors that can be responsible for fibroid. And I will let you know that risk cannot be guaranteed, risk is not valid, and risk is not logical. But before the end of this video, I believe that you are going to understand what I'm trying to say by risk is not valid, it's not logical, and it can never be guaranteed. But before then, I just want to quickly take you through some risk factors of fibroid. Then the first thing is that late reproduction or pregnancy. Now, according to my research, I discovered that the normal age that a woman should start giving birth should be between the age of 20 to 35. So if a woman has not given birth between that age, there's a high possibility that the woman might develop fibroid. But at the same time, this doesn't guarantee that the woman will have fibroid or will not have fibroid actually. Because we have some persons that they've started having sex even before this age, or they started giving birth even before this age, and still they develop fibroid. And this is why I'm actually praying to every single sister or every sister waiting upon the Lord, that the Lord will answer you at the appropriate time. But please, if God has not answered you, please hold on to God. And this is going to bring me to my second point of the fact that age. It was medically proven, and according to the research, that women between the age of 30 and 50 are prone to having fibroids. But still, this cannot be guaranteed, because according to my research, I got a research that estimated 26 million estimated women have fibroids, and those women, they were between the age of 15 and 50. I mean 1 and 5, 15. So does that not mean that for a woman not to have fibroid, you need to start having sex probably from your mother's womb? No, but that is telling you that it's a risk factor, and we still have people that it might not be like that for them. Then the third risk factors that I might like to address here is imbalanced hormone or early menstruation. You know, there's possibility that if a young lady or a woman starts menstruating before the age of 10, there's higher risk of fibroid for such person, and probably imbalanced hormone. But at the same time, I believe that God created us. He is aware of the hormones in our body, and of course, He corrects hormone. So the fourth risk factors that might be responsible for fibroid is genetic factors, and this is talking about probably if there is an history in your family that somebody has fibroid. So it's possible that as a woman you might come up with fibroid, and this is more like what I would call generational cause or generational issue actually. And I believe that every family has history, but I believe that you are born again. As a child of God, we have a privilege above every other cause, and with the privilege of the authority in the name of Jesus Christ and the privilege of being born again, we can declare whatever generational cause or generational issue void. Then the fifth risk factors that might be responsible for fibroid in women is obesity, and obesity is talking about the higher body fat levels, and this can lead to increased higher risks of fibroid in women. And it's also said that women that are overweight actually have higher risks of having fibroids, but it's still not general. Okay, the sixth risk factors that I want to tell you is vitamin D deficiency. If a particular woman is deficient of vitamin D, it's possible that that woman might come up with fibroid or anything like that. Then the seventh one is diet. If a particular woman likes to take probably red meat or high intake of red meat, yes, or high intake of alcohol, can also be responsible for fibroid. And that is why as a woman you need to be healthy, you need to eat good food and all. Then the eighth one, according to research, the eighth one is race actually. So according to research, it was said that fibroid is actually common among the African American women than in other racial groups. And just as I said that these are just risks, and risks cannot be guaranteed, and risks is not logical, and it's not valid. But at the same time, I will need to add to this that most times the cause of all these things is as a result of fear, and it's as a result of negative mindset. And actually this reminds me of a particular movie I viewed recently titled The Wedding Weekend. Actually, there's a particular lady called Valerie. She began to have symptoms for pregnancy, but she felt that it was cancer symptoms because of her mindset. So that's what I'm trying to establish for you, that there are times that some things might happen in our life that it might not even be what we think about, but because of fear and because of negative mindset, we might begin to think that, okay, this is how it is and all that. And another thing I want to tell you is that we don't live our life based on risks actually, because if you actually live your life based on risks, you wouldn't have gone out this morning, you wouldn't have gone to work, you wouldn't have gone to your school, you wouldn't have gone out. Actually, you would have stayed indoor. And if you are scared to take risks, or you wouldn't even have said that, okay, you want to go to the bedroom to have your bath, because what if you slumped, or what if something unknown happened to you while going out or something, or what if while lying on your bed the house crumble and or everything like that. So we're actually living our life based on risks on earth. But the reason why we are not worried about these risks is because we believe a God. We believe the person that owns our life, because he's in charge of our life, and we believe every of his word concerning us daily. And this is what I'm trying to say as a woman that is listening to me. Concerning this matter, you need to believe what God has said about your life. You need to believe what God has said about your marriage. You don't need to live your life based on risks. You don't need to live your life based on researches. But you need to live your life based on what God has said about you. And most importantly, you don't live your life based on experiences. Of course, experiences are wonderful, but human experiences are imperfect. But you're supposed to live your life based on what God has said about you, most importantly as a woman. And what is God saying about your marriage? What is God saying about your life? And also, I'm letting you know that this is not a reason for you to start going up and down, to start fornicating and start sleeping around with any woman, any man rather, because you don't want to develop fibroid. No, it should not be reason enough. But it's a reason for you to live pure. It's a reason for you to live purposefully. It's a reason for you to hold firmly on what God has said about you, and it shall be well with you. So this will be the end of this video for today, and I believe that I've been able to say something meaningful to you today. So don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook at Clinic. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and please, most importantly, don't forget to comment, and don't forget to share this video with somebody, because a sister out there is already believing that ideology. So bye.